All right. Welcome to episode number 45 of the Let's Discuss Gaming podcast. I am your host, Triple J. Joining me is my co-host, Dr. Games 101.
What's up, guys? Hello.
And we got a lot of news to cover. It's not like I took every article that I could find of anything. I actually did. I actually had tried to be conservative, but you know, if a lot of news comes out, a lot of news comes out.
You think you're conservative? My God.
So let's just jump into things. The first story. New Kingdom Hearts mobile game, Missing Link, announced closed beta test this year. Square Enix has revealed a new Kingdom Hearts mobile game called Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, and the closed beta test will take place sometime this year. Revealed in a new 20th anniversary announcement trailer released today, Missing Link looks more like a console Kingdom Hearts experience than it does a standard mobile Kingdom Hearts in terms of gameplay at least. It features 3D environments, many of the familiar Heartless we've been fighting for decades, this time in battle arenas, and completely free combat just like the mainline series. As you can see in the trailer, it looks like we might even be able to create and customize our very own Keyblade Master, or at least we aren't playing as the Keyblade Masters we've come to know throughout the rest of the series. There's a handful previously visited worlds shown too, including Disney ones like the Tangled World from Kingdom Hearts 3, and original Kingdom Hearts worlds as well. If you're excited to check Missing Link out, you might have the chance to sometime this year, because Square Enix says in 2022 it will hold a closed beta test for the mobile title on iOS and Android devices in specific regions of the world. Square Enix did not reveal where, but presumably Japan will be one of them, considering it's where the company is based. In terms of what's going on in Missing Link, all we have to go off at the moment is the voiceover presented in trailer. Here's what's said in full. Light and darkness brought about the beginning, and hearts nurtured it. Life was passed down time and time again until the land was filled with thriving people. This is a city for light and darkness, dreams and distortion, the remembered and the forgotten. Scala ad Celia, the missing link. Here people gathered to be a part of a whole, in societies that sprawled and branched like veins through the city. The night you awoke in this world, the stars shone contorted in the pitch black sky. End quote. While the closed beta test is happening this year, Square Enix did not reveal when Missing Link will actually be released on iOS and Android devices. Square Enix also revealed in today's trailer that the long-awaited finale to the years-long story of Kingdom Hearts Union X, which is happening in the mobile game Kingdom Hearts Dark Road, will be released for free this August. While waiting for that and the missing, are you excited for Kingdom Hearts Missing Link?
Well, the mobile game itself, I saw the trailer of earlier today, and it looks all right. It's average. I'm not a big mobile person, gamer of sorts. Right. I mean, I will bring my Game Boy on to go. Like, I still have my Game Boy to this day. It was over on my backpack when I went to the gym earlier and stuff. So it's kind of like, it's nice to have, but that's about it. We don't really want it, but you'll buy it eventually to understand more about the Kingdom Hearts lore, right? So I admit, personally myself, I never delved into Kingdom Hearts. I did play Kingdom Hearts 1 on the PS2 with my classmates in my dormitory. That place was like hell on earth sometimes in that dormitory, and we had a good time and all. But yeah, I don't know. It's it's okay to play it, I'm certain, but that's all I really have to say much about it.
Okay. I don't play mobile games. I don't play games on cell phones. I have my PSP right here, my Nintendo DS Lites over there, my Game Boy Colors over there, and my PSP I think is near my bed. Oh no, it's right there. That's the first one I said. But I don't play those as much as I used to. But I never got into cell phone gaming. So, and Kingdom Hearts as a whole, I kind of feel bad that I didn't that I didn't give it more of a chance when I blew up at Kingdom Hearts 1, especially when I saw gameplay from Kingdom Hearts 3. So it sounds cool, but it's not. But it being on mobile devices is what would keep me from checking it out.
Yeah.
Ready to move on?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, because we got more Kingdom Hearts news.
Oh, yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 4. The full game will be made with Unreal Engine 5. Kingdom Hearts 4 was. Hold on. Let me. So everyone on Twitch can see it. Kingdom Hearts 4 was surprise revealed yesterday during a 20th anniversary announcement trailer for the series, which is where Square Enix also revealed that it was developing Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, the mobile game. The reveal of Kingdom Hearts was quite extensive, but one thing that couldn't go unnoticed was the new visual style. Featuring a much more realistic look, especially compared to the cartoony nature of previous Kingdom Hearts games, this new sequel looks beautiful. Set in the Tokyo-like Quadratum, this trailer shows Sora walking up an apartment before he charges after a massive heartless causing chaos in the inner city. We see some shots of what appear to be actual gameplay, and now we know this reveal was running in real time in Unreal Engine 4 thanks to a new report from Famitsu, as translated by Video Games Chronicle. Unreal Engine 4 looks great, but after last week's announcement that Unreal Engine 5 is now available to all, fans were wondering if Kingdom Hearts 4 will be developed in this new engine. It turns out it will be, according to Famitsu's report. Quote, the full game will be made with Unreal Engine 5, and the quality of fighting and details will be several levels higher, end quote, according to Famitsu. The publication also claims that Kingdom Hearts 4 is being developed by Square Enix's Osaka studio, which is the same team behind Kingdom Hearts 3, under the lead of co-director Yasushi Yasu, as translated by VGC. During the live 20th anniversary event, which took place in Japan, Kingdom Hearts franchise director Tetsuya Nomura reportedly revealed that he considered making a real Verum-Rex video game, which itself is a video game in the Toy Story world of Kingdom Hearts 3, before he decided to make Kingdom Hearts 4. Torn between a Verum-Rex game and new Kingdom Hearts, Nomura chose the latter because he'd be too worried about Sora otherwise. He also reportedly settled on Kingdom Hearts 4 because developing both would be too difficult. Are you excited for Kingdom Hearts 4?
Man, I haven't got just the complete, let alone play more of Kingdom Hearts 1 after 20 years. So I think I got like a huge backlog just on Kingdom Hearts alone. As of like last year, there was a new Kingdom Hearts that came out, if I recall correctly, for this the consoles as well. Specifically, if you want to get everything in one shot, you got to get the bundle pack, which includes Kingdom Hearts 1.5, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 2.5, I think it's called as well. There's also a remix version of one of them, so it's crazy. It's as much stuff going on.
If you don't have to get Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 if you get 1.5 and 2.5. If I remember correctly, if we're talking about the same game, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 were on PS3, and that was like collections, basically, of Kingdom Hearts games.
Yes.
Like, obviously, the first one was in Kingdom Hearts 1.5, the second one was in 2.5, but then, like, other games, whether they were, like, spin-offs, were also included in those packs.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you could get 1.5, 2.5, and be caught up all the way to 3, including the spin-offs. But, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4, like I said, in the last few years, I've been more interested in Kingdom Hearts. I never got the games. I should get the games. But, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4, I saw the trailer. It looks great. I didn't think video games could look this great without being at AAA, but somehow they're pulling it off with Sora, who comes from a fantasy world and looks like in a world that's quite real. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm interested in seeing Kingdom Hearts 4, and I'm interested in seeing the finished product, whatever it will be. I want to see how real the final product turns out to be.
Yeah. And I think they're still, like you said, they're still making it. So the earliest we're going to see it will be until next year at the earliest. So
yeah, if they're focusing on the mobile game, I don't even expect. I expect maybe a few years from now.
Not too many few years, not that few years, literally, my friend. It's in my perspective, what I learned in the game industry back in the 1990s, before all this technology of 3D and 4K and all this immersive ray tracing and all. Dude, the creators Naughty Dog, it took them not even 9 months to make Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2 each. So anything's possible.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot more technology than when Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2 were the newest games on the market. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5, look how long that took to create, not to mention how much money that took to create.
That was 2013 of its original release. You're right. I forgot about that.
And there were reports that the budget for the game was anywhere between 165 million to 250 million.
Like the size of those Batman trilogy movies from Christopher Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the trilogy on those. It's like this special hologram package of the trilogy of Batman Begins, Batman Dark Knight, and Batman Dark Knight Rises, and it cost me not even $25. And it's amazing. It's good artwork. Got the art book on the inside. You slip it out a little bit, you already get the booklet out. No big deal, right? But then there's 3 other DVDs. It's pretty cool. So I hope they'll do something like that with Kingdom Hearts again before Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out. To have everything in one smack dab package. I'm willing to spend $125 for the collector's edition, or at least the physical copies. You know, I'm willing to spend at least $125 for that because it'll help me catch up to where Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be, you know, next year or two or so. So,
right, yeah. So I'm interested in. We'll be keeping keeping an eye on Kingdom Hearts 4. See if any more news comes out, and we'll be sharing it when it comes out. Ready to move on?
Oh yes.
All right. Next, Cyberpunk 2077. CDPR Dev says there's still work to be done, reaffirms expansions are on the way. CD Projekt Red has finally released the new gen update for Cyberpunk 2077 back in February, and it brought it with driving overhauls, improved weapons, better crowds, and a lot more. In fact, one Game Informer editor thinks that now is finally the right time to play Cyberpunk 2077 as a result of these improvements. However, CDPR still thinks there's work to be done to improve the RPG, according to the game's quest director, Powell Sesko. As first reported by The Gamer, Sesko recently streamed some gameplay from Cyberpunk 2077, and during the stream, he touched on the team's work on the title. Quote, "We're still improving the game because we are all aware that there is work to be done," end quote, Sesko said. "We're very happy you guys like 1.5, and that gives us more incentive to work for you guys because you show your appreciation for it. That's as much as I can tell you. We are working on stuff for you. Like, I'm literally daily reviewing quests, talking to people about stuff, so it is happening." When asked about future Cyberpunk 2077 content, Sesko reaffirmed that CDPR was developing story expansions for the RPG. "I cannot tell you anything about our future plans, but I can assure you that we are working on expansions. We're working on stuff for you guys." As for when to expect these expansions, Sesko does not reveal anything more. CDPR has also remained quiet on expected release windows for future content too. Do you want more Cyberpunk 2077 content? To be honest, I didn't know there was anyone that did want more Cyberpunk content. So I guess if there is new content coming, no. Because like you've already scared me off from ever trying out the game. You know,
I saw the gameplay of various gamers online, like whether they're YouTube gamers or clips from other sources, other parts of the internet, and Ackman did a good job of putting all those clips together, and it was funny as hell, and fucking embarrassing as hell too. Because how is it that Cyberpunk been around since as early as 2016 on E3 of the E3 Xbox conference? You had Keanu Reeves at E3 2019, you know, for Cyberpunk and all. So it's like, you know, they have all these years up to 2021, late 2020. And it's like 4 to 6, 7 years at least. I heard it was going back far back as 2010. I'm like, what are you doing the last 10 years with this game?
Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. So, like, I mean, with the exception of me getting my hands on a copy of the game to sell in my store, that's probably the only way I would try this game.
Mm-hmm.
There's, I'm just first impressions are everything in life and work and everything, and the first impressions have kept me from ever wanting to try this game out.
Yeah.
So you can add up. Well, so you can add all the content you want. And to be honest, I didn't know there were people that wanted more content. This would be like if all of a sudden there's more content for Marvel's The Avengers. Oh, too little, too late. I mean, if that happened, but
And Hawkeye was supposed to be one of the latest updates or upgrades to the Marvel's Avengers game.
yeah. So I really don't. I mean, if they want to add more content, they can, but it just seems like they got a game basically on life support at best, and they're hoping this new content will bring people back to at least try it. But like I said, first impressions are everything.
Oh yeah.
We're ready to move on.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, The Witcher 3 has sold more than 40 million copies. Cyberpunk 2077 surpasses 18 million. CD Projekt Red has released its 2021 fiscal year earnings, revealing new sales numbers for both its Witcher franchise and its latest game, Cyberpunk 2077. To probably nobody's surprise, both the Witcher series and Cyberpunk 2077 have sold really well for CD Projekt Red. In fact, as of April 14th, so about 9 days ago, the Witcher series has sold more than 65 million copies, with more than 40 million of them being The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt alone. Cyberpunk 2077, on the other hand, has sold more than 18 million copies. Who are these people letting themselves be taken advantage of buying Cyberpunk 2077? Last time CD Projekt Red publicly released sales numbers for its latest RPG, the studio revealed in April of last year that Cyberpunk 2077 sold more than 18.7 million copies in 2020. That means that between the end of 2020 and now, so roughly 16 months, Cyberpunk 2077 has sold about 5 million copies. That's still an impressive number to be sure, but it speaks to a larger drop-off the title's sales in 2021. Common sense still ain't common. Of course, many studios would be happy with selling 5 million in any amount of time, but for CD Projekt Red, a studio with the Witcher series in its portfolio crossing the 65 million units sold mark, 5 million might not be as impressive. The perceived drop-off is likely due to word about its post-launch state, its removal from PlayStation stores for 6 months and more. CD Projekt Red has been working hard to shift the perspective on Cyberpunk 2077, though having just released Update 1.5, which fixes many of the RPG's problems and makes now the perfect time to play the game. Still, seems Cyberpunk 2077 will remain a shadow of CD Projekt Red's Witcher series, especially now that we know the studio is working on a new Witcher game that will be made in Unreal Engine 5. But as CD Projekt Red's 2021 fiscal year earnings show, Cyberpunk 2077 might get a boost when its Netflix anime Cyberpunk Edgerunners is released later this year. Are you excited for the new Witcher game coming out that's going to be using Unreal Engine 5?
As far as The Witcher's concerned, I did purchase the first Witcher for the Steam game, or on the PC that is. So I already installed it and everything else. I haven't got to play yet. What I'm trying to do right now is wait until I get like a better equipment for the system, or better a new computer. So at least I own it. It was on sale for about, I think it was like what, $7, $8, $9. So it was a good buy, if not $10 actually. And yeah, I also played Witcher 2 for about an hour. That was all right. I mean, it's hard to memorize a lot of stuff in that game because you got to do potions and these abilities and all this good stuff, and it's like that's not. See, Witcher is okay to play, but you have to be focused in that game most of the time. Of course, as I do with almost any game, right? The more that you put into one part of entertainment, the least likely to go into other parts of the entertainment as well. So if you're a big Godzilla fan, you gotta focus on Godzilla all the time, and not focus on Power Rangers or not focus on Halo or stuff like that. So it's a trade-off. So if ever in my lifetime, if I have the time, and there's gonna be no more Witcher games coming out after the fourth Witcher, I'll buy the other three Witcher games easily and try to take my time in beating those games, especially Witcher 2.
Did you ever play The Witcher 3?
Unfortunately, not yet.
Okay. I played it once, got stuck. This is when I had the money to buy basically almost any game I wanted. This was years ago.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, The Witcher, it seems that's the cash cow, apparently, at least for CD Projekt Red. And I've seen like environments in the past Witcher games, so I would love to, again, with what we know about Kingdom Hearts 4 and how they're using Unreal Engine 5, I would love to see what The Witcher looks like, the next Witcher game.
Okay.
I really want to see what the graphics are going to look like completed, especially with this new engine.
And ray tracing involved is going to be a double
Right.
woozy. A double the doses of wowza.
I just can't believe people are still buying Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until it's in the bargain bin. Like, Xbox's Xbox's fucking Black Friday sale, but like 95% off, and it's like $50 on Xbox, like 10 cents, $1.50. That's when I'll buy it. That's when I'll buy Cyberpunk. I know it sounds crazy from what you said, but
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, okay, it got a new update, but when people bought it, it wasn't getting new updates. The word of mouth and it being delisted wasn't enough to keep people from saying, hey, maybe you shouldn't purchase Cyberpunk. Maybe you should buy something else with your money.
Oh, man. I mean, I know Cyberpunk can be a good game to play at times without all the glitches, but once the glitches have been stuck in there for a long period of time now, even after the 1.5 patch from last year or middle of last year, good luck trying to resell it as a complete game again, because not many people are not going to be fooled the second time, because the saying goes, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times.
Actually, it's the way around, but
okay, but it's Cyberpunk, so it's a different case. Okay.
After it's been delisted, shame on you.
Yes. Yeah, fool me 3 times. Are you both high?
Yeah. So I mean, but again, The Witcher sounds great. I know a lot of people love the series. I only played it once for a few minutes. The Witcher 3 for a few minutes. And yeah, I really want to see how great the graphics are going to look with the new engine and all the new improvements like ray tracing and everything.
Yeah, because if we were to compare apples to an apple tree, in a sense, the Matrix game demo for PS5 and Xbox Series X, and I saw more horror somewhere in the games play that thing, and it's a good experience to see that all that goodness of graphics in that one simple demo. So this is like the power of the PS5 and Xbox Series X. I cannot wait to see what's going to be like for the rest of the cycle of these systems. And if we get our hands on it within the next year or two, it'll be a better experience on our systems. Problem though, when I try to get the Xbox Series X or the PS5, is that I have to have a compatible TV, and if all that ray tracing, all that rendering starts to affect the screen, I don't want my plasma TV or my flat screen TV to turn to overheat and fucking explode. Like that might happen, you know what I'm saying? It happens with older systems. Like if you try to play something of more advanced of game, like for example, I don't know, Alien Isolation, and your system goes back to 2005. Good luck trying to get your computer back to normalcy. So.
Okay, well, I don't play games on my computer, so I play the console because I know the game should work on the console if it's for that console. My TV's from 2015 because I bought it when I was on unemployment. and it still works to this day. It's still TV I watch, so and play games on. So, I haven't noticed any problems yet. I haven't even thought about that being a possibility, that your TV wouldn't be advanced enough unless you need something like a smart TV.
Oh yeah.
But so yeah, that's all I got to say about it. Ready to move on?
Oh yeah.